All right, welcome back, everybody. Perfect. Okay, so I've got some important announcements. First things first, welcome back to episode 3, hour session 25 of Descent into Avernus. We have the entire crew here back. We've got Nate, Stefano, Michelle, Tim, Dasha, John, Andrew, and Christian. There we go. And I'm Bob, your dungeon master. So we're back, and I have a big surprise for everybody today. I mentioned this to all of us a few weeks ago that I had somebody from our Warhammer community doing some artwork for me. So I'm going to share with you the new Tabletop Bob banner for our YouTube channel. Here we go.
Let's go.
Drum roll, please. Oh, Nate, maybe we need that music back. That's what we need.
Oh, there we go. We need the music.
I mean, I don't know if you're serious.
I'm serious.
Are you
Nate.
serious?
Oh, I'm serious. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This actually took about a couple weeks to make. The artist name is Thomas Reedy. He goes in the 40K circles by the nickname Goat Boy. But he does a lot of the artwork for 40K tournaments, and he created this banner for us. Here we go.
Oh, yes!
Beautiful.
All right.
There it is, the new banner for Tabletop Bob. I'm actually going to show it here so we could just discuss it real quick.
Bob, is that you in the background of that picture?
That is me,
Double check.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Big fan.
So,
The resemblance is striking.
You're wearing
Yeah.
the cape, by the way.
Oh, Thomas.
yeah.
The cape
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. So he created this for me. I had an idea to do something. My original idea was to do like a puppet master sort of thing where you have like strings going down to the game. A lot of the other ideas were all him. So like he created making it magic instead of strings. He did all the design of the table and the characters in the dungeon master screen there, the beholder, the mind flayer, the warrior. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I was hesitant to do something with my face in it, but I think he did a nice job, and any caricature is going to be, you're always going to be like, oh, God. But it looks good, I think. I think he did a nice job capturing my menacing...
He's got really powerful eyebrows.
Yes, yeah. As I do, so,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, it's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it?
That's it.
Ooh.
Oh,
There it is.
I really like the
There's your pun for the day.
jeez. All right, I'm signing off. Have a great day, everyone.
Start the counter in the corner.
We should do a pun counter for this group. I think it would be up real high. We'd be rich if we put $1 in every time. So there's the new logo. That's going to be up on the YouTube channel today. But yeah, really pleased with the way it came out, and he's great. Again, Thomas Reedy's the artist. So I'm going to hide that for right now. Going to bring up our Roll20 screen. Just going to recap real quick before we begin. Last week, we had a couple of people out. Nate and John were absent. We actually did sort of a little side quest. Lulu was captured by hell wasps, a demonic or infernal bee. She was taken to the hell wasp nest, and the group was very brave, went after her, went into the right up to the queen, actually, and decided to clean out the nest, save Lulu, and get back on the journey to find Zariel's sword. So I think that's mainly what happened, but there were a couple of little things. Dobby, did you get the email I sent you about the angels?
No.
Double check your Gmail. Because we were talking about the zombies, and since they were angels rather than just humans or humanoid, just regular humanoid creatures, I decided to give them a little bit of better stat block. So you have some angel skeletons now instead of just shambling human skeletons.
I see them.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Take a look at it, and then you can tell the group what they do. So he's got his 4 new angel zombies. You equip the car to be able to traverse the new terrain because the the area that you're traveling to is very desolate, rocky, becoming harder to travel on. You're headed towards what Erovial navigated was to go towards the river, but very, very far south on the map, and the terrain is becoming much more difficult to go over. And Dobby made some modifications, and the vehicle is a little more off-road, an all-terrain vehicle. Okay. Anything I missed? Anything somebody wants to add? Anything I forgot?
Lulu is still down, right? Or she's unconscious?
Yeah, she's sleeping. She's not in any danger of dying or injury or anything like that. You saved her, but she's resting. Yeah.
She's all tuckered out. Just a little guy.
She is all tuckered out. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I
So-
don't know if this would affect our kind of like route planning at all, but we did add a lift kit to the war machine and made it an off-road vehicle, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what's going to help you continue on using the vehicle. Otherwise, it would be too difficult to travel on.
We should also
So-
mention for John, we hatched the demon larva.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
And got us into some trouble as well.
That actually was the reason why Lulu got captured. Yes, that's right.
Thanks, Caddis.
We couldn't control it. That's
Oh, they were cute and adorable. It's just that everyone decided to not want them and decided to toss them off the boat, off the ship, the car.
They were killing us. They were literally going to kill us.
They weren't killing us. It was the
They were
bigger
trying to kill
versions
us.
of them were killing us.
Oh my god.
The little guys.
I can't believe I slept through it.
We had a chance.
Oh no, you were there actually. We roleplayed your character. You
Okay.
we actually said that your character, because the shield would have told you to dump the bee, you dumped it.
Yeah.
You dumped one of the baby bees.
Oh, it was
So-
terrible to see.
Yeah.
It was kind of harsh.
Brutal.
Cruel.
It was brutal.
I've never seen that in your eyes before. Just the way
So
you
cold.
threw off
So
an innocent
callous.
baby.
Oh yeah, and Erovial is evil now. You forgot
Wait,
about
Top
that.
all off.
Oh yeah, that.
Now? You made another deal with the devil, Max?
No,
No, this time wasn't even us.
Oh, okay.
this time the party, I don't think most of the party knows this. I think Lucius knows, but my soul basically came out into a soul coin.
So you're lawful evil now?
Yes.
Actually
Of course.
threw up this goo that turned
I threw it up.
Cool. So let's
Yeah.
not put that one in the.
Yeah, have you tried eating the coin? Would that work?
Oh,
Put the skull
maybe.
back in?
No, I'm keeping the coin close to me, and only Lucius knows that this happened. I don't think I broadcast it to everyone that I threw
Oh,
up my
okay.
soul.
Got it.
Unless anyone saw. I don't know if anyone else on the vehicle would have seen that happen, but
Pete has been noticing some differences in Irovial's behavior, but that's because Pete and Irovial are we're close.
Yeah, so maybe there's slight nuances to your behavior, especially and then there was the one example of when you met Smiler. Yeah,
Yeah.
you threatened to kill him, Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you cut his cheek like Joker. Like,
yeah.
You've been you've been killing people since the beginning.
I mean, there's a difference
was
between
cold-blooded,
fighting and cold-blooded killing as opposed to just defending yourself, the group, But anyway, so that's the recap of last week. We're gonna get into it right now. We're actually picking up from where we left off, and just a reminder to everyone: this is we are close to the end of the campaign now. So resource management, making sure that you're keeping track of how many spells, hit points from week to week. Unless we rest or I tell you otherwise, even leveling up, I think when we do level up again, it's not going to heal you fully. I have a way to kind of make it somewhat fair to level up and get some new abilities, but also still keep your stats the way they are because time matters in these last few adventures. So keep track of these resources, and hopefully you'll make it to the end. All right.
Wait,
So,
to
we'll
that
begin.
end, I have to ask. Sorry, Bob, because
Yeah.
I wasn't here and neither was Nate, and it sounded like a lot of the group used up some spell slots. But from
You
my
guys
last
did.
day,
Yeah, you guys wouldn't have. We actually, when we got to the Hell Wasp nest, we said that you two were going to wait in the car so that nothing happened to it. You're in a demon-filled Hell Wasp area, so I don't think it would be so unwise to leave everything. So you stayed behind. So you guys still have spells and abilities to use, which will actually benefit the group. So that's fine. Okay, so here we go. So we're starting off. We're leaving the Hell Wasp Nest area. You get into your car, and you're driving away from this area. Now you're continuing towards the river. You should probably be there in a few hours. However, when you are out of the area of the Hell Wasps, back on the road, you see somebody waiting for you in the middle of the barren plains. It is Max the Chain Devil.
I'm still on my nightmare, right?
Oh yeah, you could be riding that. Sure, yes. I forgot about that. You had cast that at the end of 2 sessions ago. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it took me the entire session to cast it.
Yeah, you can still be riding it. Yep.
Cool.
That stays with you until it goes away, right? It's not like a hour-long thing, or is it?
Until it dies, or yeah.
Until it dies, correct. Yeah. Okay, so then yeah, you're fine to keep it. Nothing happened to it. All right. So Max is waiting for you there, and he's kind of arms crossed, tapping his foot, watching you drive up to him. Do you want to stop?
Seems like he's in the way. Might as well, right?
I
mean, very easy. Dobby could very easily just, turn to avoid hitting him if you wanted to continue driving, but
I feel like wherever we go, we should.
You want to drive through him, or?
I don't know. Colgath is not the one who made deals with this man. This is not my problem.
He's been
Let's
so
pull
friendly
up.
with us the entire time. I feel like it'd be rude to avoid him at this point.
Yeah, I suppose we should see what he has to say.
all right. So you slowly approach him. You do you stop the car? Do you turn it off?
Well,
Do you
it stays running.
stays running? Okay,
Yeah.
Good.
Ready to go.
Good.
Roll the windows down, get him loose, and we're going to invade Avernus.
We'll
Max,
keep him in
uh,
front of us. We'll keep him
sure.
in front of us.
Sure. Max, he actually kind of walks over to your window, Dobby. I'm not sure if it looks like a big truck or anything, if you have a window there, but basically he wants to see at least somebody. So he walks over to the side, and he says, you're in big trouble now. Bell is after you.
Cool.
Bell.
What
Bell.
we do this time?
Oh,
Is it
that's
because of the Hell Wasps?
No, not the Hell Wasps. No. Bell has more important things to do than worry about a bunch of bees.
So why is he after us now?
Well, you took something from him, apparently, and now he wants it.
You're
So
sure
I
it
really
wasn't
shouldn't
Hell
even be talking to you right now, because if he knew that I was giving you a heads up about this, he'd probably torture my soul for the rest of eternity.
Why are you giving us a heads up then?
Well, we're friends, partners, you would say.
Interesting.
Kind of grumbles in the background after hearing.
Colgath from his horse says, "What is it that we have that he wants?"
I don't know. I just know that he's looking for you, and you have something of his. And if you took something of his, you probably want to give it back.
Well, you spread the word that we're willing to give it back. We're not.
You
here
want
to make
me to tell him that you're willing to give it back? I don't even know what you stole. What did you steal? I'm quite curious.
Nothing has been stolen from our perspective, but clearly, you guys do not have righteous beliefs. You're gonna just make claim to anything that you want. So, to that end, I don't need to make an enemy of Bell. I already have Zariel as an enemy. I cannot handle both.
I'll bet
Yeah.
it's the shield.
What'd you say, Stefano?
I'll bet it's the shield.
What does Gargoth say to?
After hearing this, Gargoth says to you, John, that Bell would be a important ally. We should not wrong him.
I concur. I would rather have Bell in position of power than Zariel at this point. Anything
Okay.
to say of El Terrell.
Okay. So the shield urges you to go to see Bell, and whatever he wants, give it to him, even if it means giving him the shield itself.
We've been trying to get rid of it for a while. It's fine by me. Bell is going to be a lot stronger than Gargoth.
Don't
Bell
we have
would
some
be,
energy rods or something too that we stole?
Well, we
You
found
have,
them in a chest.
Yeah, you have 9 adamantine rods. Yes.
Yeah.
Max says after some deliberation. He says, well, I can't go back to him and tell him that I talked to you. He has warlords and his troops looking for you right now, scouring this region.
What would you suggest we do?
I would suggest that you go to see him yourself. I'll be there because, well, I do work for Bell. So I'll be there, and I'll guide you and aid you in any discussion that you have with him. We're in this together.
How far is Bell's forge from here?
Well, you're in his region. I was wondering why, if he's looking for you, you would be here. Is there any reason you're searching this area?
None that concerns you.
Hmm.
None.
Roviel, he looks at you and he goes, oh, you don't look so hot.
I'm doing great. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I did. He says that he says, so you've been using the compass quite a bit, I see.
I have. We need it to navigate.
Good, good. Almost can make one sick to their stomach using it so often.
That it can do.
Yes, it can.
Unfortunately.
He kind of smiles and gives you a look as though he knows what has happened to you. And he goes, what'd you think? The compass works on just happiness and pixie dust? It's got to be fueled some way.
Max, will that be all because we have pressing matters to attend to?
Fine, fine, fine. Bell runs a forge called Firesnake Forge. He makes weapons for Zariel. He shows you position on the map where it is. It's not far from you. It would be maybe a few hours detour. But he says that if you go there now, he may be in a forgiving mood. If you leave and you just try to avoid him, when he finds you, and he will find you, he'll be very upset.
Max, I have a question for you. How is Zariel able to defeat Bell?
What do you mean?
Well, Bell used to be the former ruler, and now Zariel is the ruler. I'm surprised to hear you saying that Bell is helping Zariel by making weapons.
You think he wants to do that? This was a decree from Asmodeus himself. There was no fighting involved. It was all politics.
All right. Asmodeus is pulling all the strings. I guess we knew that, but yeah.
Yeah. He says, well, I've already done more than I should. I'll leave you to it. If you do the right thing, I will see you at Bell's Forge. If not, I most likely will see you there in chains. And he teleports and leaves you by himself.
Can I address the group for a sec?
Yep.
So, I guess, being that Weir has been a little sleepy, out of commish, I feel like I'm a little out of the loop. What are we trying to do exactly right now?
We're on our way to
And,
the sword.
What?
We're on our way to the sword.
On our way to the sword.
Sword
We
of
were,
Zariel.
we were in the temple, and one of Lulu and Zariel's friends.
And so, do you guys want to give that shield to this Bell fellow?
Yes, I do not think we should be crossing Bell. In fact, I think Bell, being an enemy of Zariel, is someone who might give us some kind of assistance in finding the sword. Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I rather agree with Kolgath, and I'm wary to help another devil, but he's on the right track with this one. Enemy of my enemy is definitely my friend.
We've had the shield from the start. Why would Bell be mad about us having the shield now?
I
Maybe he just found out about
I
it.
think Dobby's right. The only thing I think we've picked up that I remember, unless it's, Erovio's soul coin, is the rods. That's the only thing I remember that we have gotten. I mean, my Warhammer a long time ago. I'm trying to think. I have nothing else written.
It's the rods which seem to be the key to turn off the
Oh yeah, solar. Yeah, they're the solar incinerator.
device.
Yeah. I mean, now we're metagaming a little bit, but even our characters, we're able to put those pieces together. Like, that seems...
I don't think this is metagaming. I think your characters know a lot so far, and they've learned a lot about about El Terrell and all the deals that have been made. So I don't think this is metagaming necessarily.
That's the only thing I can think, and we have no bent. I mean, do we want those things?
But Colgate, we've been warned multiple times what the ship could do if it falls into the wrong hands, and I don't know if I'm willing to risk that. I also don't trust it and the things it does to you, to your brain. So whatever it tells you, I'm inclined to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Speaking of brains,
Pot calling the
what was
kettle
Max
black
talking
over
about?
here.
Yeah, actually, maybe the new Aroviel's fine with it.
All right.
But the
I'm on
other
board.
thing I'll just remind you of is that, so when you spoke with Olanthius, the Hell Rider, Zariel's Death Knight,
Yes.
I think John, you did, and again, totally fine to change your mind, but you did promise to redeem Zariel.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I did, and I did say truthfully, but I
and
feel
it's still you still could. I'm not saying that talking to Belle is then automatically then you're not going to try to save her in some way, but you know, it seems that there is a bunch of different goals here.
Well, I think the goal is to get the sword, and I don't know. I just don't know that we're just going to find the sword and just pick it up and everything is okay.
That's
I feel like
probably a good guess.
I feel like having more help to get the sword is going to be beneficial.
All right.
So how close are we to the sword? Because we could always try and then go to see Bill.
That's true. You are not far. You're maybe a few hours away.
In
And
the
how
right direction or the wrong?
do we
yeah,
have
so-
a general idea of how far
On the map, again, the map is not very clear. I can go to it so you can see it. You know, the one thing that's bad about this campaign is that they say that the map will be useful to you, but then also don't trust it because it changes. So
Yeah.
it just for general purposes, I'm using it as if it were a real map. You can all see it now. Are you on the page? Or no, did I not move the tab?
Didn't move the
use
tab.
bookmark.
Mhm.
Okay, so
No.
you're in this area over here. All right, so it's becoming like more rocky, mountainous, volcano-y, and Bell's Forge is in a volcano over here. So if you're going as pretty much far south as you can. So if you were to go to his place first and then back towards the river area, you're here first instead of go here, it wouldn't take too much time out of your trip. Whereas you could also go from where you are now to the southern part of the river and then go to the forge if it doesn't work out. I don't know, but it's your call, and those decisions
All
you're
right.
gonna make.
Weir's stance is that, I'd rather not help out anybody down here. I'm gonna chill on the deals, but I just want to go get that sword and yeah.
While I do agree that I think we should go to the sword first, because what if we go there, we find out there's an obstacle, and we don't know how to overcome it, then we can get Bell's help, or try to. But I also think we should be wary of an encounter between here and the sword if we're traveling in the wrong direction.
Well, we could always say we're lost.
I'm concerned. I don't want to help. I have no interest in helping Bell, but
Yeah, I feel like if Belle wants us so bad,
if we go to the sword, there's going to be Bell's warlords converging on us, Zariel's forces converging on us, and they're just going to be caught in the middle of two incredibly powerful forces.
That's why I'm trying to avoid that. I'm
Yeah,
not trying.
we don't want to be caught in the middle of that.
I'm trying to help myself.
So,
Being hunted by Zariel is enough for me. I'd rather not tick off another archdevil or former archdevil.
Yeah, and clearly Bell hates Zariel.
yeah, what if we brought them together and they can
Weir's
fight it
got
out?
A side eye at Colgath, who seems to be getting a wee bit selfish as we progress through Avernus.
Selfish how? Weird.
This is the part of Lord of the Rings when Frodo starts turning on Sam.
Literally. Okay, so we don't know what Bell wants from us. Can it hurt to go and find out and play dumb?
If we go there and we find out he wants something, it's going to be difficult to leave without giving said something.
that is true.
I would imagine.
That's true.
Be prepared to give up whatever.
It might be
And if
easier to
it's
fight him with the sword
I'm prepared.
if we get it.
If we avoid Bell, Bell will most certainly find us.
Oh.
And this is what I'm afraid of having to fight both Bell and Zariel.
Well, I think we should go and see what Bell wants, but we're not giving anything up without something in return. Because to my knowledge, we didn't steal anything, again, knowingly from Bell. So if Bell wants something from us.
You know, we're all still here, and John has had that shield this whole time. Let's go get the sword. That's what Weir wants.
I'm thinking I'm hoping we get a situation like in Braveheart, where like the British have, you know, like the locals that they've hired and they go to attack and then they just walk over and like hug their friends. Like that's what I want in the final battle with Zariel, like Bell's forces to come and be like, hey guys, how you doing? We're on your side now. But optimistic much?
Hex is going to use his mask of many faces and take on the appearance of a stately Renaissance Frenchman and say, why don't we practice a little democracy?
I think I'm with Weir on this one. I think if Bell wants us so bad, he or she can come get us.
You guys ready to do a quick vote? So,
I mean, I'm not
Sounds
really
good.
Weir turns to the group and says, all those in favor of going to Bell, raise their hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Classic.
Axel's up 2 hands.
It's time to play a
Those in favor
little.
of going to the sword, raise their hand.
Split the party.
And, yeah,
Looks like we
that's
have
it.
ourselves an old-fashioned roll-off.
Are we flipping a coin? Or
Ooh, yeah.
Let's flip Dasha's soul coin.
I'm game.
Oh no, I have that soul coin.
or does someone want to duel Colgath?
Let's let the DM vote.
Oh. No, please, I can't vote. There's no vote for me. But
Lulu, what do you want to do? I want to go to Bell. All right, let's go.
Lulu's unconscious. She's sleeping.
Does
Well,
my nightmare get a vote?
Does
Oh,
Dobby
wait.
does
John,
Dobby get to use his angels to vote? That's the where we're looking.
Oh
for.
yeah, that's 4 more votes right there.
John, looking back at my notes from like session 7 and 8, I do think that your shield is originally stolen, and I do think that they're after your shield. We took your shield off of a wall back at the
Van Thamper Man.
yeah Van Thamper's mansion,
Thamper.
and then we took it off the wall, and then in the next session we met Silvira. And she said that the purpose of the shield is to corrupt any mortals in proximity.
Nice.
And for that reason, it was locked away in extra-dimensional space. And it should not be kept near corruptible souls.
I'm a paladin. I'm fine.
It's done,
I was already
yeah, you've
corrupted.
done such a great job with it.
I'm a conquest paladin. Like I already wanted to like rule the world and crush everyone under my feet. That's my.
And then my sketch from that session was, we will listen to you. Just saying.
Remember
Colgath.
way back when Morden Kanan was like, I could put that shield into an extra dimensional space.
Guys, I'm trying to get.
Good idea.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to half of the group who says we should go to Bell, but let's figure out a better way to decide because voting's not going to work.
Let's just roll a dice. We're in.
can roll
Colgath.
Odds and evens.
Sure, that's up to you guys. I don't.
I'm just having
Or rock
flashbacks.
paper scissors.
I'm just getting
Colgath,
flashbacks
as
to
I
the good
eye
old
you
days.
up, I challenge you to a dice off. Grab your trustiest die. No
Lucius
modifiers. Roll a d20.
Are we rolling
No.
these? You should roll them digitally, not on your paper.
Yes.
What? That's
You're
the
gonna roll
favorite part
a
about rolling.
20. Oh my goodness! I swear.
Good point. All right.
Hold on.
So-
Before you roll, Lucius doesn't care for democracy and he just wants to get his mission done. So he says, let's go to the sword.
Okay, Lucius.
Alright.
Lucius has said that.
Cool.
So are we rolling
A
off?
shocking development.
No, I just changed it. I just made it 5-3.
Well, let's try to get there stealthily so we can figure out what we need and maybe head back to Bell after this because I have a bad feeling about this.
I cast Pass Without Trace.
Alright. So
send
I
Bella
take it,
Bella
Lucius. You're the
PRP?
fifth. Take it, Lucius. You're the fifth person. So that means you're going to
Sword.
avoid talking to Bell, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
All right. So the group has decided. Democracy has prevailed. We're headed to the Sword of Zariel. All right. After a few more hours of traveling, you approach the river Styx. I'm going to switch the map in roll 20. I'm also going to stop my feed for you guys so that you can't see what's going on.
Stream has 2 likes right now. We're doing good.
Oh, good. Excellent. All right, so let's move the...
Are they both Christian?
Hey, Bob, I had 2 quick questions about the skeleton guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't see an attack on here, so I'm assuming it's a normal skeleton's attack?
Yeah, they'll have... The attacks
Okay.
will be the same, but just use the new stats for like strength and dexterity
boy.
and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay. And their hit points, does that include or does not include my Undead Thrall ability?
No, it does not. So what does that give it?
It adds my level to their hit points.
Then add it, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
This looks fun.
Please place yourselves on the map.
Are we approaching from the west?
Yep. You were coming from the west, so you could place yourselves along the shore here. We're gonna say that the vehicle. I could put the vehicle in. Or you guys have access to the vehicle, don't you?
Dobby does, yeah.
Okay. You want to throw the vehicle in there, Dobby? All right.
Oh, we did it twice. Sorry.
Somebody
Found
did it. We'll move it. We'll take one out. Okay. So place yourselves along the vehicle. I'm just going to say that for, purposes of this, the vehicle can be here. It's still safe. It just, even with the off-road terrain piece, these cliffs are a little too much for the vehicle to go over without getting caught or damaged on these spikes and whatever. Actually, no. You probably could drive it this way. So we'll say you can have it. So you can bring it over to as close as you want to the edge. Okay. So this is where the compass is directing you, Roviel. You get so close to the shore and it starts to spin. It's really of no use. But this seems to be the location. Let me just describe the environment again, because I think John and Nate weren't here last time. As you've gone further and further south, it's become less like desert and more of like a rocky, mountainous region. There's lots of valleys, lots of peaks. There's volcanoes. The sky is maybe darker than even. It's more reddish where you started off. It's more darker and foreboding now. So that's what the general atmosphere looks like in this area. And you've been to the river before, so you do know that the river, if you were to go into the river or if the water were to touch you, it would perhaps put you to sleep, just like it's done in the past. All right.
Remember, Weir.
No, that was.
Actually, doesn't remember.
What
So
is? Oh yes,
I'm-
Weir. Yeah, you fell asleep in that.
Yes.
So nothing stands out about this particular part of the coast or part of the river?
No, nothing at all. In fact, it looks just like all the other countless miles and miles that you've seen of this river in the past few weeks.
All right, I
And
take
the compass is just spinning and not doing anything?
Yeah, it's basically saying you're here.
You're here. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
I'd
see
like
the
to-
far side of the river?
Say it again.
Is there anything on the far side of the river that we can see, or is it just like
No,
open
it's just an expanse. I'd say it's more of the same terrain. The river is maybe 100 feet across at this point.
Okay.
so
Double the size of what it is there. There'd be another, that length of river on the other side.
A little too far for a swim then?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm currently flying on a flying horse.
Yes, you are flying. Mm-hmm.
So can I just move up in the air a little bit and kind of
Yeah,
see if I
move
know-
yourself. Yeah. Did you bring your horse into the to play area?
It wasn't letting me. I just have I don't have a token for it. I just have the stats.
Gotcha. I'll get you one.
Thank you. So I'm just gonna fly like 50 feet, 60, I have 90 feet flying speed. I'm just gonna fly up in the air and just kind of see if I notice like a mountain or a hill or a scar, something that would look like it doesn't belong.
Do we have anything to go off of to find?
Nope, this is the location that was told to you. I'm going to give you a token here for this, John.
Thank you.
Should we do a perception check, like a group?
Sure. Anybody can give me a perception check.
My perception is not very good.
Got it. 15 on perception.
A natural 20 on perception for Hex.
Ooh.
25.
25 as well.
Wow. Okay. Lots of.
Hey.
30 on
19.
perception.
Wow, you guys are great.
There's nothing that you see out of the ordinary, other than the flow of the river looks a little disrupted around here. It looks as though there might be some sort of object underneath the water or something that is preventing the river from flowing fully this way. It looks like there's some sort of like a obstacle in the way.
Can you just
Underneath.
all the way over there?
Yeah.
Kolgath is getting an idea, and it's starting to hurt. But I'm gonna try to
Kind
say
of
it.
like as if the water is like, creating a ripple here, kind of funneling back into itself.
Lulu is still sleeping in the car.
Yes.
Maybe we should try to heal her or raise her. I have a feeling maybe we need to use that El Terrell call, the Hellrider's call, the same thing that opened up the last Hellrider place. Right? We were able to open the door when we used the phrase that the Hellrider. I forgot what it is. You guys remember what I'm talking
Glory.
For glory, right?
Glory.
about? Glory. Maybe something along those lines will activate a bridge or rise this from the river.
Mhm.
Clearly looks like something is under there.
Oh,
No harm in trying, right?
Kolgath will fly over here and
Sure, move your character.
scream, "For glory!"
You're going over to the side here?
here?
Oh, okay,
Well,
gotcha.
you said the bubbling was down here, so that's why I was kind of thinking maybe closer to it.
Yeah,
You could fly over.
yeah,
to
that's
it.
fine. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. So you're flying over to here, and you're screaming for glory.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, nothing happens. The flow of the river seems to be the same.
A good try, bud. Good try.
Hey guys, I tried, but I failed.
Can you
just
control
look
the mount,
funny yelling
or
for
is it
glory
not
up to nobody.
able to be controlled?
I turned to Dobby, who was kind of annoyed when I just took flight last session. And I say, whatever flight powers I had earlier seem to have gone.
So what?
Useless
I can
again.
no longer fly.
You're useless.
What happened?
It appears that it was a one-time deal.
You made a deal?
I just prayed to my gods and found the power within me to do it, but it only worked once.
Your gods
We
You
are
do-
pray to your gods to help us with this object in the river here?
The link appears to be severed again.
Huh.
Weir says I could turn someone into a giant eagle.
Yeah, but then where are we going? We're not going to dive into the river.
Yeah,
Well,
we can't.
If you'll let me fly on your horse, I'll fly over there and say for glory.
Could I do a survival check just to see if there's any sort of any potential clue in the terrain that would help us?
Well,
Yeah,
So-
this part of the map, it's like
When we
interesting
touched
about.
this red water stuff, we just got paralyzed, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, basically, like paralyzed you, put you to sleep. You couldn't move, couldn't do anything, and
And
It was
How-
not a good time.
how did we cure whoever got paralyzed?
Last time we had Kroll do it, I think.
Yeah, we didn't do it. Kroll did it. One
we
of
don't
the
know. We don't know how he did it.
revivify.
anybody-
I don't know.
yeah, I don't
Mass
think
healing or
anybody
some kind of,
necessarily asked him. But Dobby, if you give me an Arcana check, I will let you know what you need to do to get him back, if you remember what spell he cast. I would also allow Lucius to do this.
Medicine?
No, Arcana.
Okay.
24.
Well, maybe I should be rolling.
Yeah, that's going to be good enough.
Wow.
You're going to need to be able to cast a spell. Just looking to make sure I have the right spell. The river, yeah. So
I think you should hop on the back of my mount. It has a strength of 18. It should be able to carry us both. And
What
we can
about
go-
those little spiky islands that are closer in the middle of the river? Does that have enough space to land on or no? They're pretty small.
Not particularly. This horse is bigger than that. Or about the same size.
Maybe you can drop somebody off over there.
Yeah.
I
In
mean,
here, sword standing around is not going to help us.
he cast. I think he cast Restoration. That's what it was.
Okay. So
restoration. I don't
Lucius-
have that spell.
hop on the back, and I offered the back of my horse.
All right.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
Lucius is a good idea. The guy was flying on his own before.
So Bob, I still control the nightmare. That's gonna be. You're just gonna move it for now.
I'm
No,
moving
actually,
it.
I thought I had given it you control, but I'll double check again.
Fortunately, no. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not-
I don't know why.
Can you do that for
sometimes
my
it
boys
goes-
too?
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. You should have it. Okay.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
For your skeletons, yeah. I don't understand why. I must be doing something wrong. It like knows that I set it up ahead of time so that you can control them, and then it like goes back to not allowing you to control it.
All right, Lucius, let's go for a ride.
I was gonna. Sorry. What if
Sorry. Detect magic as we move closer.
Sure.
And I suggest that we move cautiously.
Yep, and I'll use divine sense. Well, that's I'm gonna sense shit all over the place, but yeah, sure. So within 30 feet, I can tell if there's like undead and demons and devils.
Okay, so Dobby, you should have control of your characters now. There's one that
I
I need
do.
to do.
Thank you. Oh, the imp also.
So many characters, Dobby.
Yeah.
I have the our car.
Okay,
or
great.
whatever.
Okay, so where are you moving? How did you get there, Stefano?
From here,
I'm on the horse.
Oh, you're riding with John?
yep, he's on the back of the horse.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic, and as you're flying out overhead here, you do sense magic in this area. You sense illusion.
You don't have dispel magic, do you?
No, but
I do.
What's the range?
What are the
I'm gonna
passive
put it-
perceptions of people on the shore here?
14 is my passive perception for Hex.
Passive
16.
perception? A 9, I think.
13.
Not good.
16.
I'm at 21 for passive perception.
21, Pete.
21.
All right.
Spell
so
magic
Pete,
is 120 feet, by the way.
So Pete, you're tipped off on you hear some sounds coming from above the ridge to the north. You believe you see some figures moving over the rocky outcropping here towards you. In this area.
Okay.
You gotta make moves quick.
I turn to Kolgath. Hey, do you have any way of telepathically telling them I see figures over there? I tell them the information that I observed.
Who do you tell
Kolgath,
this
can
to?
you
The
send
people on
a
the shore?
message?
The
I'm
people on
not.
the
I'm
shore?
not with you.
Never mind. Kolgath cannot send the message.
Colgath's over
Can it-
here.
Oh. Would anyone have any way of sending the message?
Yeah, I could send my
I mean,
imp over there. You can
They're
fly.
only 80 feet away. You could probably just
You
shout.
yell.
If you could yell at
Yeah.
80.
I use my best teacher voice.
Hey.
Friends! I Friends, I see figures in the distance. Be careful.
Oh boy.
All right. When you say that, the figures reveal themselves. I'm going to put them on the board. We go to the GM screen. All right. So you see a horned devil, which is a winged devil with the very stereotypical large ram-like horns. He also has a spear, or like a trident, a fork, and he's got a small band of devils. There are 10 bearded devils, which you have faced before. They have the kind of like the halberds or the glaives, and you've got 3 barbed devils, which are the ones that can shoot fire out of their hands. They appear over the ridge, and they shout in Infernal. There are the there's the target. Get them, he says to the rest of the troop. Let's roll. We're not gonna roll, but we're gonna go into initiative now. So nobody's surprised because Michelle saw them coming. I'm going to go back to the object layer here, and this is the order they're coming in. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's start with the initiative roll-off. Who would like to roll?
I'll do
Weird.
it. Oh, go ahead.
We are not bad. But it wasn't good enough. I had a feeling I was going to roll a 20. I was feeling hot right there. I was
Mamma
like, I'm
mia.
going to get a really great roll.
Oh
Okay.
boy. That's a
So
good
let's
start.
begin. I am going to do these in somewhat groups because it's going to be very tedious, I think, to do them. I think I'm going to do it for the crew over here. I'm going to do them in groups of the bearded devils are going to split into 2, so it'll be 5 bearded devils, 5 bearded devils, the barbed devils, and then the horned devil will be separate. So I have like 4 groups. I think it's probably the best way to do it for me. It'll be a little easier to manage. What do you guys think of that? Because we haven't done our initiative with like a very large combat yet. What do you think about this?
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's fine.
Sounds fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just I think it might be easier to know who's going, and then you can all take your turns afterwards. So, all right, so they're going to begin. The bearded devils are going to start. We'll move them. They're going to double move probably to engage you the front line here. So we'll go and we'll move them. Bam, like this.
Perfect. This is right where Weir loves being.
Okay, so the first group
Weir is
double
giddy.
moves and engages everyone. That would go to your turn. Who would like to go first?
Don't forget
Fucking-
about the car. The acid on the car.
So any movement abilities that we might have to block the rest of them from coming might be useful.
I was gonna do spike growth on the ground, way up there, and then at
Sure.
least they get damage while coming towards us.
Dude, how many of these things have wings?
Yeah, that's
Just
a
the
good
one.
Too many.
Just the horn devil.
And that little path there is the only way up here, right? This thing right here.
They could go this way. They could go this way. I wasn't too careful with that, actually, that movement. They probably should have done it a little different. But they had 60 feet of movement, so if the front line could have gotten here, these guys could have gone this way. This way. Actually, going this way would be bad. So, yeah, actually, I'll say I'll take 10 feet of movement off from this one. They might not be able to all get to... Well, yeah, so I'll move a couple back. Just to make it more realistic.
Terrain advantages.
Yeah.
That is,
I would say
you
going
do-
up and over, or going down, you have to be careful. I'd say this would be double the movement. Any space with
That's
a
right.
spike or a
They
growth
they
on it.
Stub their toe on the way down.
Yeah, or to be careful not to stub their toe. They go a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caddis,
Okay.
can you surround them with spike growth? The ones that are still left up there? Is that too far away?
Nope, I should be able to make it. I think it has a 120. Let's see.
Maybe.
Yeah, 150
maybe,
foot wave. I can do a 20-foot square, 20-foot cube from a
cast
point.
it right
So I
on
was-
them, right?
I was gonna do it maybe like right here. So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20 going up. Maybe right here. Yeah.
If you cast it on them, they take damage, don't they?
Right, and then they take damage as they move towards us as well. When they move.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
So
Bob,
draw
go ahead
your
and
draw your space on the board.
cast spike growth right there. It's a 20-foot cube.
No, it's a 20-foot radius. So
Oh,
Yeah, so it's really a
8 feet.
40-foot cube. Yeah, it's huge. You could probably get all of them.
Yes, then I'll do that.
I've got
Yeah, 20-foot radius from the center. So I guess. Yeah, I'll do it. This will be my center point right there.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Can you not?
Shoot, I would way rather do some things. I mean, we can't now, but do some things to actually target them, than just slow their movement while they're all grouped together. But
Like this, Christian? Is this what you're thinking?
we can do that in the future.
Yeah, like that. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. All right, so there is a spike growth there, and it is... Remind me, it happens only on their turn. It doesn't happen like right now. It happens when it starts their
it looks
turn.
like when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Okay, and it also slows them down?
It is...
Area becomes difficult. Terrain.
Yeah, it becomes difficult terrain.
Right, so every movement is double. Okay, and do you... if they don't move, do they take damage?
Only if they're within the spikes, right?
Well, they're
It's
all
spike
within the
growth,
spikes.
not
but-
wall of thorns, right? It's spike growth.
Right,
Oh.
growth.
Yeah.
I made the same mistake.
So find out for me, but that's a first turn for you. If you want to move or bonus action, you can do that. We'll go to the devils now. The horn devil is going to fly. I think that's probably best for him. I still would say to move at all, his first step would be in it, so we'll take a foot of the damage until he flies away. So if you'd like to do his damage, Christian, you can.
Yep.
And then he's going to be moving. He's going to go from here. He will fly 60.
4
He'll
damage.
fly in the air about 20 feet, and he'll go 40 feet this way. Okay?
That's-
So 4
he's
damage to
flying?
him.
Oh, okay.
He's now flying, yes. So he's going 40 feet this way and 20 feet up in the air. And you just did 4 damage to him? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and then he's going to cast his... He has a fire spell, Hurl Flame. Not a spell, I should say. It's just his ability, his attack. So he's going to hurl flame at you. And since Christian is the one that casts the spell, he's going to target you, Christian.
All right.
So he's going to make 3 flame attacks at you.
Sweet.
Get him, Gaddis, get him.
I'm ready.
And what's your armor again? I forget.
16.
Yeah. Oh, he's only going to hit once.
All right. That's only
He's
going to hit
only
once
gonna hit
for 43 damage.
Yeah. 17 fire damage. Yeah, 17 fire damage. So that's the first attack that the other side makes. That's his hurl flame. You wearing anything that is flammable? Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's only things you're not wearing, or if you're not wearing something or carrying something. It's got to be very specific. So that's what his turn is. We'll go to the group now. Who's up next?
You want us to join the flight? I can move both Lucius and myself into the fray.
Weir had mentioned something about something that'll hit everything.
I mean, yeah, I could cast fear on everything in the corner, or hypnotic pattern.
That'd be cool because it might cause them to move away, in which case you'll have to move into spikes.
Yeah, and those are pretty high spell saves.
Hypnotic pattern sounds really good.
What about for the guys right in front of us?
Just
Oh.
leave the guy next to me.
Oh,
for me.
well, they double moved, right?
I guess, yeah, as a really quick free action, I would just ask my teammates, are devils, can devils be frightened or charmed? Question mark.
They're not Fae, so I want to say yes.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you haven't cast a spell on a devil before, right?
I don't know, honestly.
I think so.
Yeah, we've casted spells. They're strong against them, but I'm not sure. The only thing they've been immune to was like elemental damage, as far as I remember.
Right.
Okay. Unless someone has a different idea, my vote would be to cast one of those.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Actually, you can get all 8. You're right with hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to cast it on the group here.
I have one question though. If they take damage, do they get out of the hypnotic pattern? They're no longer dazed?
Actually,
I believe that was something that happened. Yes.
Yeah, because every time they move, they're going to take damage
They're
in the
gonna take
spike
damage.
growth.
Yeah.
2d4 for every 5 feet of movement.
So fear might be better.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about that.
Sure.
Maybe just damage them.
So give me your what's the spell you're choosing, Nate?
Yep. Sorry, just double checking if fear has any way to knock it out. Sorry.
Bob, technically the
No, they
spike
just get
growth-
this. Fear would just be they just get a save on each of their turns. They get to try and save.
Sure. Yep. Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cast. Well, no, shoot.
Do you want to wait? You want to hold off on this, Nate?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody else can go.
Spike growth kind of gets me.
I'm gonna use I'm all prepped up for no one else has anything.
Go ahead, Tim. Do it.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put my Hexblade's Curse on this one right here in front of me.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna attack him twice with my longsword.
Sure. Go for it.
Does a 15 hit?
15 hits. Yes.
Great. That first hit will do 13 slashing damage.
And is this a magical weapon? Because it's your.
It is, and it's
Magic
because he's
blade
cursed.
or
Actually,
whatever?
it's gonna be. I said 13. It's gonna be 17 damage.
Okay, great. 17 damage. So you start to hack and slash at the bearded devil, chopping off some of its snake-like beard hairs.
And I'm gonna hit one more time because I can hit twice with my pack weapon now.
Sure, go ahead.
It's gonna be a clean hit again. Let's go. This is the best rolls I've ever had. That'll
Yeah, you are
be,
notorious for
12
bad
damage.
rolls. 12, got it. Okay. So all magical weapon damage goes through. You hack and slash him. I'm going to bloody him. He is bloodied.
Nice.
Okay. And then we go to the devil's turn. So these devils are not too happy that they're stuck here. They're going to move out. Some of them might move out. Let's move a few of them. Let's do this one. It's going to take 1, 2, 3 to get out. And he'll dash as his last action. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one
Don't
is
forget
going to
about
dash.
difficult terrain.
Yes, no, I did. I took 3 spaces to get out, and then
Yep.
his dash is his normal 30 feet movement. But he's going to take 3 spaces of growth. Christian, you can roll 3 spaces
Yep.
of growth.
So that'd be 1, 2, 3,
64.
64.
Actually, not. Actually, it's not 3 because it's technically 1, 2. The third one is not. So it's really 2.
2d4.
2
cool.
spaces of growth for this one. So tell me what it is, and I'll roll it, or I'll mark it.
Or 4d4, sorry. That will be 11 damage.
11. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, now this one is going to have to get out a little further. He's going to do 3 spaces of growth. So that's 6d4, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's going to cost him 30, and then his dash will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And that's going to be 14.
14.
Doesn't each
okay.
space count as 10 or something like that? 10 feet?
Yes, exactly. So he was here. He goes 10, 20, 30, and then his dash action is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Bloody
This one
devils.
will do the same. He'll go 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 out of the growth. So that's going to be 4 spaces in the
84.
growth. Whew.
8d4, right?
Yeah. I have to take the 14 on him.
Nice.
That's 22.
God.
Nice.
Look at you, Christian.
Doing something.
Caddis on fire right now. These devils will, I guess, to go south. There's no reason to go right. 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be 50 feet, and he's got 10 more spaces. So he goes to here. That's 5 spaces through the growth, and 5
10.
spaces through the growth.
Was that 10d4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
20
20
on the
damage.
first one,
Nice.
and another one. He did the
Oh.
same number.
Roll 10d4. That would be
Whoa.
28.
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
You just did like over 100 damage, by the way.
Woo.
90,
All right.
95 so far. Yeah,
I'm
Easy.
bloodying. I'm bloodying the ones that are bloodied.
I'm
Every red
counting
dot.
because this is an awesome turn.
Okay, that's their turn. We go to the group.
Nice.
Just don't kill the one next to me, please. Whatever you do.
I would like to attack the one that is adjacent to myself and Weir. I think my little buddy needs some help over here.
Sure.
Yay.
My little buddy.
Buddy. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna attack with my fancy Torn Blessed Scimitar. And that is a 28 to hit.
Nice.
That will hit. Is that a crit? No.
No, it was a 19 plus
Okay.
9
Wow. Okay.
tier.
All right. You're
Okay,
gonna hit.
and
You'll
then
hit-
I
you get
assume I
sneak
have
attack
sneak
'cause of the-
attack.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then I will roll on roll 20. That's 66. All right, so that is 27 damage to this. I don't know how to ping. I forget.
The bearded devil.
This guy.
Yeah. 27. Got it. And this is
27.
magical because it's with the blade of Torm, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. He is also bloodied.
Woohoo!
All right. Now we go to the devils again, and the last group is this bearded devil group. Christian, I didn't think about this, but would you have wanted it to be more like this? Because I didn't realize those guys could go left.
Yeah,
I kind of
get,
placed
well,
it carelessly,
I
but
remember. You can leave it where it is, because that's just where we put it. I think I was
Okay.
thinking, since you said there was no reason for them to go around this way, but it
well,
actually makes
for the
sense
first
for
group,
them.
yes. For
Yeah.
the first group, yes. For them, it's probably better to go this way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We put it there, so.
I'll still. You know what? Give me the 5. Give me the 1 feet of damage for this guy,
Alright.
because he'll go this way. The others are actually going to stay where they are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. And actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll go here. Okay. So give me that. It's 5 for this bearded barbed devil.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that one goes. These two are going to stay. They're just going to be hurling fire at you. So these two are going to stay, and they'll shoot at. We'll go with 1 at Pete, 1 at Weir, and this one over here is going to aim for Hex. So here's the ones at Pete.
Yep.
Pete, one flame is going to hit you.
Okay.
Bearded devil. No, these are barbed devils. Okay, so the first one does against Pete 8 fire damage from its hurling flame ability. 1 against Weir. It's got 2 shots. I believe both are going to hit your armor class, Weir.
15.
Yeah, it's going to hit you twice with the hurl flame. The first one does 16 fire damage. The second attack does 16 fire damage. So 32 fire damage in total. The one against Hex,
Yeah.
I believe only
all
one
right.
is going to hit you, but what's your AC, Hex? 16?
15.
15, okay. Only one is going to hit you.
Is it fire damage also?
Yeah. You have
Be halved.
resistance? Halved, yep. 9, so 4 damage halved.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the Barb Devil's turn, and then it's the rest of his group, so you can go at your leisure here.
Sorry, Bob. Quick question. Is Uncanny Dodge relevant here? Because I can see the flame, or since I already attacked and everything, does that not count?
No, because Uncanny Dodge is the reaction to half 1 attack damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could use it, yes. And since they're done, you know that this turn that's gonna be it. So you could half that 8 fire damage.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go to the group. We have quite a few left to go, so go at your.
This is the worst, but it's 11:40.
Oh yeah, that's okay. We're gonna take a quick break while the group discusses what to do in turn number 2. Back to it. All right, we are back. We are back.
Again.
All right. Okay, so we just took a quick break. We're going to let the rest of the party go and do their actions. So anybody that needs to act still, I think the only people who have gone is Hex, Caddis, and Pete. So everybody else can take their turns. Who are we starting with? Dobby. I think Dobby was in the middle of his turn. So Dobby shot arrows at the bearded devil from his skeletons, angel skeletons. And then we've got the harpoon. You shot the harpoon at which devil again?
So everything was at the devil in front of Weir. So it should be like 47 total damage from me and Pete.
Gotcha. That will take care of this devil.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. So that devil is gone. Now we go to somebody else. We got Erovial left. We have Weir,
I will go if.
and then the
That's
duo
okay.
on the horse.
Go for it, Reveal.
Okay, so
we're
I'm
gonna,
going.
we're gonna go last.
Sorry?
Yeah, same. Or I'll go second to last.
Okay, so I'm going to move. I actually don't want to climb up on the car. I'm going to move 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move through friendly people, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to move right here. And I have line of sight to this devil right there, right?
Were you climbing up on the vehicle?
I decided not to.
Ah, okay. So you're going around it. So the
I went
vehicle's gonna
around.
block your sight to. Oh, you're doing these devils up here. You mean?
I was going to try to do this one. Can I see
Oh,
him?
the horn devil. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try to hit him with a. Well, first I'm going to bonus action cast lightning arrow.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'll try to shoot at him. So, let's see.
Roll to hit.
Is a 19 hit?
19 hits. Yes.
19 hits. Okay. So, what?
Good roll.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Let's see. What am I? Sorry, I've never used this one before. So I think it'll just be 4d8, 48 lightning damage instead of the weapon's normal damage. So, 1, 3, 4. So that'll be 19 damage.
Lightning. 19 lightning.
19 lightning. Does it all go through?
Yes. This is magical, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now that it's hit, I can use Colossus Slayer. So I'm just going to hit it with a
normal arrow?
regular, or with a silver arrow.
Yep.
So will a, I'm assuming a 20 or 29 hits.
That's gonna hit.
The
Yeah.
19 hit. Okay. And so then that will be. I'm using a dice roller online because I don't have mine with me. So
You could roll in the roll 20.
14. I was trying to do that in the other campaign and it takes me years, but yes. 6 is 14 plus another d8. 18 damage.
All right, and this is a silver weapon, a silvered arrow.
Silvered arrow.
Okay, so it seems to go through.
Mhm.
All right, now we go to who's next?
Wait, there's another part of that spell. He has to take the dexterity save, right? And then
I think that's for a miss, isn't it?
whether you hit or miss, each creature must take.
Oh, you're right. Each
Each
creature
creature
within
within-
10 feet of the target
Yeah.
must make a dex saving throw.
Right. Is there creatures within 10 feet of it? I don't think so.
No, there's not.
No.
Isn't it is self within 10 feet?
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. But yeah, maybe that makes no sense.
This
Sorry.
is not Warhammer, Andrew. Stop trying to rules lawyer it.
All right, I guess that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, so I think it's the main damage hits it, and then it like bursts out to hit other creatures, but there's nothing within range. So, good for the future though if they clump together. All right, now we go to we got the duo on the horse, or
I can
Weir?
I can go.
yeah, go ahead, Weir.
All right. Quick question, Bob. Is there any wind?
It's a great question. I'd say there's a 30% chance there'd be a strong breeze.
Okay.
I'll roll a
So-
D100.
That's onshore or offshore?
There is not. There is no breeze.
So I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
You just said no breeze, buddy. By the way.
No breeze. No breeze.
Yeah. No, that would play in later. So I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on the Horned Devil. Bob, I just realized that the instrument of the bards, the bone snare drum,
Yeah.
gives me you get disadvantage on charm spells. from me.
Great.
So that would have been helpful, like the past 50 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern. Spell say. It's a Wisdom save. 19.
Okay. So he has resistance to magic because he's a devil. So that's going to counter off the disadvantage, and he is going to pass.
Passes at 19.
Is it on It's on one creature, or is it on multiple creatures?
It could 30 foot. Oh yeah, this guy too.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's on a few creatures, right? So radius. I'm just checking the Horn
30
Devil's.
foot cube.
Yeah, he's got pretty high saving throws. Okay, so the other dude, you could get, if I'm not mistaken, you could get the 4 creatures, right? If you did it like here.
I don't think you can.
5, 10.
No, it's 30-foot radius or 30-foot cube.
30-foot cube. So I think I'm 5 feet off.
Like
From
this?
hitting
5,
them.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just those two. And
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself at 2nd level as a bonus.
All right. The other one is going to fail. So what does it do to him again? He has to stay there, stuck and staring at the.
He is charmed right now, and pretty much has to stay there.
Yeah.
Spell ends if the creature takes any damage,
Gotcha.
or
Okay.
something uses an action to shake it.
Okay, he's not immune to being charmed, so he's there.
Yeah.
He's stuck standing there. You notice out of all the other ones, he's
So
kind
for
of
a
standing
minute.
still. Okay, keep track of that. All right, so
All right.
that's this one. I'm gonna put a little token next to him to let him know he's like kind of dazed.
I regained 11 hit points.
Okay. Great. And then we go to the duo on the horse, which everyone has been waiting to see what they're gonna do.
Really? I don't know.
Oh yeah, with bated breath.
Don't let us
You
down.
just- the
right,
chat
so-
is lighting up with what they
We
think
have-
you're gonna do.
We have 90 feet of flying movement. So I'd like to come.
From downtown.
How big is Spirit Guardian, Stefano? Right here? 75? This is good,
15 feet, I think, for Spirit
I'm
Guardians.
gonna jump off onto a square. It's 15 feet.
right? But you're happy with this placement?
I'm gonna land around right there.
Cool.
Like, at least.
I'd like to go here.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna go first, Stefano, or me? I guess because I moved. All right.
You control the horse,
Yep.
so you.
So as I'm here, I'm going to swing at this first guy right in front of me. That'll be a 24 to hit.
Got it.
I'm going to cast Divine Smite as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be 48 plus 8. Ooh, nice rolls. 16. 27, 28 damage plus 8. So 34 damage. Sorry, 36 damage.
36 damage. Okay.
On my first swing. Is he bloodied?
He's bloodied.
All right. Swing number 2. He's going to be a 21 to hit.
You're gonna hit and you're gonna kill him.
Cool. So,
Okay.
well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing all that damage.
No,
but
there's no need to do a smite or anything like that. No. So you crush this guy with your what are you using to attack this time? I forget.
Warhammer. Yeah, the second attack just did 12 damage.
Right. This was magical, correct?
Yeah, it's magical Warhammer.
Okay, so that's going to crush him. He's dead.
Sweet.
Your second attack kills him. You have a third attack? No, right? Just the
No.
the 2.
Not
And do you
yet.
have any
No,
other
no.
any other actions? I think what did we say it was for the horse to maneuver? Was it a bonus action to command the horse to move?
Yeah, I'm on him
We looked
now,
this
so I
up last
figured it
time.
would just be my movement. We telepathically communicate.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he would have a little extra movement, but I'm happy where he is.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. Okay, that's fine. All right,
Does he
so
get
then
to
we go
attack
to
too?
Stefano.
I also forgot to scream for glory. Sorry, everyone. I wanted to do that. I
Yeah,
forgot.
the mount might get an attack, but I don't know if you have to.
I mean,
if it
I have
takes
the
up
stats here.
anything.
It does have the ability to do things and attack, but you really think it gets its own attack after I just attacked twice?
So if it's a intelligent mount, it can act independently, like dragons, for example. You can only
It has
control
a
the
pen.
mount if it's been trained. This one is trained to do that. It's to cast a spell to do that. Domesticated horses, donkeys have similar control.
Its
You
intelligence
move.
is higher than mine. I have
Yeah.
a 9. He has a 10.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
If
I mean,
it might
it's up to you.
flee,
It doesn't
rush
really matter.
attack,
It says
or-
it can attack one target for 2d8 plus 4 damage. Plus,
I mean, you could do it. It says bearing a rider puts no restrictions on the actions the mount can take. It can move and act as it wishes. It might flee, rush to attack. It does say here that most mounts don't have an attack, but I guess yours is a special mount, so I think that would be fine. So I'd say you can attack with it as well.
Okay, so I'll swing to attack with the mount. It's a plus 6 to hit, and I rolled a 19.
That's gonna hit.
All right, that's
when
gonna
you
hit.
said you're gonna swing to attack with your mount, I'm imagining you taking your horse and like.
I might have tried it. My intelligence is lower than it, but it told me it was a bad idea. All right, so if I'm reading this right, that's going to be 2d8 plus 4, which is going to be 10 damage, and then 2d6 fire damage. Is it going to take any fire damage?
No fire damage. Don't have to roll fire. Yeah.
Okay, and the first one was
So-
bludgeoning, so I did, what did I say? 6 bludgeoning damage?
Okay.
No,
I don't
10
know if
10
I know the
bludgeoning.
horse was
10
a spell to cast to summon it, but I don't know if is its hooves magical damage.
It says bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna do 3.
Yep, it says bludgeoning and fire.
Okay. The fire would be magical probably, but then it wouldn't go through because it's immune. Okay.
Cool. All right.
So
little extra
the
damage.
horse, yeah, the horse did 3 damage to this bearded devil. Now we go to Stefano. What's Lucius doing?
Where is the horse relative to the ground right now, John?
I think hovering right above it, right? You're not like
If I'm
flying
re-
high.
If I'm reaching the guys on the ground, I'm figuring it depends on how big they are, but yeah, I'm probably hovering right off the ground.
So maybe I should stay on the horse. Well, let me see what this 15-foot aura does, because I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Looks like you'll clip 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 from there. This
Okay.
one is frightened too, so you might not want to hurt it or hypnotized.
Yeah, I wanted to be out of range. So you know
Okay.
what? I might actually step off the horse and just move one space down to get all 5 of them.
Okay. What's the saving throw they need to make?
It's gonna happen on their turn, so luckily they all move as a group.
Gotcha. Okay. But what is it though? It's Constitution?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right.
No, sorry, Wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Oh, it is
16.
wisdom. It is wisdom, huh? Okay.
Wisdom 16.
All right.
And I will
Did everybody get a chance to go? Oh, you have more stuff to do? Go ahead.
just bonus action Shillelagh on my weapon.
Yep. Okay. Does anybody else have anything to do, or are we done with the round?
I think we're done.
Okay, let's roll
think
for
we're
the
done.
initiative of the next round. They got a 5.
I got it.
I did it. 19.
Kolgath, 19. So, group, you can begin. If you want to discuss, do you want to talk? You can get a minute to discuss. Otherwise, we'll start.
You don't think we should ask this demon why he's attacking us?
He's attacking us. No.
I think it's a pretty good reason. It's probably Fells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
He
we
said
want
there's
it?
the he said there's the target. Like they're not just randomly coming up on us. They want to kill us.
So
I
we're
wanna
just gonna fight to the death. Okay.
I want to keep attacking the horned devil. Is that the big one that I hit?
Yeah. Mhm.
But I'm gonna try to stay like as hidden and like out of range of the other people as possible.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
I mean,
Yeah, do we want to focus on the big guy? Or do we want to half of us focus on the big guy, half focus the little guys?
I think it's better to reduce their numbers.
I agree.
I think the same thing we just did that round was perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Economy
Okay, so
of
let's
attack.
try to use the acid spray, move the car back a couple feet, and get like all these guys and these guys in one acid spray.
So I'm in the car already, so I'll move it. So if you guys want to go first and
Yeah, I'll
guess
jump-
maneuver yourselves.
I'll-
then I-
Can
Unless-
you move it without hitting one of your own skeletons?
well, on my turn I can move, so it's fine.
Okay.
I figured I was going to be the one driving it.
Doesn't a 30-foot cone if you start here, right? It's here, and then it's these next two, and then the next 3 for 5, 10, 15 until here. Is that right?
No, not quite. It's more of a.
I always have trouble with cones.
If you were to start it on this corner right here, it would go out 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it would go like this. So maybe it is where you pointed. I didn't really look, but it kind of does one of these things.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, that's a good damage dealer. We were trying to wipe them out. That can wipe out 3 in 1 turn.
Okay, so starting with Dobby, it sounds like?
I'll hop on the car. I'll go first to hop on the car to go on the acid sprayer. Because you can't move and shoot it, right, Dobby?
Sure, you could hop on You could hop on and ready to shoot the acid sprayer when it's in range, yes.
Is that okay with everyone else? Is someone else?
Is there any other move that should be done first? Or is this the first 2 moves we want to do? Because
well, if we move...
I'm not gonna, I think you should do the acid sprayer when we go at the end.
Yeah.
That's what makes sense to me because Bob can move them in the first few turns.
All right, well, who would like to go first then?
I mean, I can just attack this guy in front of me. That's what it is, but if
go
you have
for
something
it.
better to do.
I'm gonna take out the one right next to me. So.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not going until the devils go because when they go, they all take damage.
That's true. All right, well, why don't we have Tim or Kolgath go first, and that's to sure of what they're going to do.
I'd prefer you. Yeah, yours is around other people, so try to take it out.
All right, I hit the first one with an 18 with my longsword.
Yep,
and that'll do a brisk 11 magical damage to him.
Got it. Okay, 11
and I'll take another swing at him. 21 to hit that time, and let's see, 10 more damage.
Okay, this one's hurt. This one's hurt.
Is he still standing?
Still standing.
Still
standing. So that's your turn. Do you have bonus action or anything you want to do before we pass it to the enemies?
Nope, I've used all my bonus action spell slots.
Okay. So the devils will go now. I'll take the damage from Kolgath, or sorry, Lucius. Lucius, you said it's a 16 saving throw?
16 wisdom.
Okay, we're going to go left to right here. We'll start with this one. He's going to pass. Remember, they do have resistance to magic. That's going to fail the second one. Fail the third one. Pass the fourth one. And that's the last one, I think. It takes half damage, correct?
5 in there.
There's one next to Kolgath, too. And one next to Hex.
Oh, this one. Yes, okay, yeah. I didn't do him. He passes with an 18. So this one is not going to take this one, and this one pass their saves. The 2 in the middle failed. So what's the damage, Lucius?
It's going to be 14 for a fail and 7 for a pass.
Okay, that is going to be enough to kill this one next to Hex.
Woohoo!
The rest of them are going to take 14, you said?
Yes.
14. Okay. And 7. All right. They're going to move, though. They're going to go on their turn. And they're going to go on to Pete here. We'll come in a little more here. Not sure what that is. And that's the last of them, because these two were on top, the top group. So we'll do some attacks. We'll do 2 on Pete, 1 on Weir. No, one on Weir, 1 on Pete, and 1 on Lucius. Yeah, because that makes more sense. They'll be attacking all of you. All right, so we've got a glaive and a beard on Lucius. I think both are going to hit you, Lucius. You have a high AC, though, right? 21 or 2?
21 right now.
Okay, so they're both going to hit you, though. No crits, but very high. The beard is going to do something a little different. So with the beard, you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You take 9 damage.
Does the beard hit first?
The beard hits second.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a reaction on the first hit, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I'm using my reaction to do 2d8 thunder damage. He has to make a dex save 16.
Gotcha. 16, you said?
Yeah,
He's going to fail.
14 damage.
Okay. And does it push him back or something?
No,
Or is just you hoping to
unfortunately,
kill
not
him?
thunder damage. Lightning damage
Gotcha.
does.
Gotcha. Okay, so 14?
Yeah, now I'll do my con save.
Yep, con save.
It's gonna fail.
Really? Okay. You're poisoned, so you have the poisoned condition. You also cannot regain hit points until you end the poison, which can be repeated at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
You take 9 points of damage from the beard, and the glaive does 10 points of slashing damage.
Don't forget to add 2 to your saving throws, Stefano. You're in my aura.
You know, it's funny. I actually need another Constitution saving throw from the glaive as well. A different effect.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so then there you go. You got hit twice. The second one's going to go on Pete, beard, and glaive.
But I only took damage from one attack.
No, you took both. 10 slashing from the glaive, 9 from the beard.
Oh, I didn't hear the 9. Okay.
Okay, so 19 in total. Pete, I think your AC is a 15.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're going to hit twice as well. Give me 2 Constitution saving throws. Tell me the first one and then the second one.
Okay, cool. Con saving throw. The first one is an 18.
Okay, that passes. So the that would technically be the glaive. So you're good with that one. And the beard.
Sweet. And then the beard. Oh, wow. What are the chances? Another 18.
All right, so you have resisted the poisons. However, the beard does 6 points of piercing damage, and the glaive does 12 points of slashing damage. So
Okay.
20 in total? No. What did I just say? 6 and
12.
11. So
Can I
6
have
and
the
12.
12 with uncanny dodge? So total
sure.
12?
That's your reaction for this turn. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, and then the last one is going to be on Weir. We've got a glaive and a... Oh my god, both of them are going to hit again.
Wait, hold on. Cutting words.
Sure.
I'm gonna make fun of this guy so hard. On the.
Do you want to do the glaive or
are
the
you doing
beard?
The 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So I guess the
glaive does more damage.
the beard.
You want the
cut
beard?
The
Okay.
beard.
I believe you're successful because it's a D8, right?
Yeah, for 5.
Okay, and what's your total? AC, I mean, is it 16?
15.
15? Oh, okay. So 5. That's good enough. Yeah, you were close anyway. So 5. You stop the attack,
Cool.
but the glaive goes through. I need a Constitution saving throw for the glaive.
Why not?
10 damage from the glaive.
That is a nat 1, my friend.
Okay, so 10 damage from the glaive, and this wound starts to fester with infernal poison. At the start of each of your turns, you're going to take more damage, okay?
Cool.
All
yeah.
right. Now we go to... That was all the Beard Devils. 1, 2, 3, because that one died. Okay, perfect. So that's the Beard Devil's turn. We go to the group.
I don't know. I mean, Dobby can run this guy over right now and then attack these guys, no? But we need the whole Caddis Dobby thing. So that's something. Like I said, I'm just going to swing at the guy.
I don't know if I could run them over with Pete and Weir right there, though.
Yeah.
This one guy, you just went straight
Well,
like that?
I guess I could do that.
But-
But then we're not going to be in position for the poison.
yeah. I think hold off on the moving that until we know where the devils are going to be.
Yeah, I think the
Well,
poison's
we know where
out.
they are now. I'm just trying to kill as many as possible because they hurt. And they're not that strong. We just got to kill them quickly.
I know, Flying Horseman. I'm getting hit every turn.
All right, well, who wants to go? You can just go.
I can go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to shoot at this one again. This time I'm
The
going
Horn
to
Devil.
bonus action cast Hail of Thorns.
Yep.
So I'm going to try to do it in roll 20.
Thank
Okay,
you,
so
Lucius,
two
for
hits.
the concentration saving throws.
Let's see if I do this correctly. 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. My technique is going to be copy pasting the roll in and just like changing the numbers. Okay. So I believe.
You can just tell me. You don't have to put it in there if you are having a hard time.
Okay. I might do that because it takes me a while to type it in. I'm not
Yeah, just tell me.
super
Yeah.
savvy. Okay. So for Hail of Thorns, I haven't used this one in a while. It takes 1d10 piercing damage in addition to the regular effect. So the regular effect of my attack will be a d8 plus 6. So 5 plus 6, 11 damage plus 10. So that's 21 damage plus Colossus Slayer.
Total?
Plus 5. So 20 plus 6, 26 damage, I think.
Okay.
Did I count that correctly? Yeah.
Yep,
26
minus
damage.
26. So you're pumping him with arrows.
Yes. And I'm going to attack again with my second attack.
That also, wait, did you also add the D10? You did, right? Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I added the D10. So 26 total.
Close.
Yeah, I'm going to attack again just with a silvered arrow. Will a 21 will hit?
That will hit.
And so that damage will be d8 plus 6. 9 damage.
And he's bloodied?
No.
Not bloodied, no. Not bloodied.
Yeah,
Okay, so
afraid.
Rovio, any other actions on your turn?
I'm going to move back a little bit. My range is pretty good, so I'm just going to get
Sure.
a little bit farther away.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for now.
Okay, so the Horn Devil is going to go on its turn, and it's going to fly a little bit higher just to make sure it's out of range of all of you. Well, maybe not all of you, but the ones that can are stuck on the ground. It's much higher now. It's maybe 50 feet in the air. And it's going to spend its turn trying to summon more devils. It's going to say to you that the Warlord Bell... sorry, not Warlord, jeez. The Archduke Bell requests your presence. And if you do not comply, you will be taken in by force. And he's going to summon another devil.
So we should probably kill him.
Want to
Okay.
change your vote now, Stefano?
Comply, yeah. We've got options.
I was thinking of harpooning him.
Add not enough damage.
Stefano didn't vote, John.
Let me just see what the range is for this devil to summon him in.
No, Lucius
He can
grew
summon
up
in
in a
60 feet.
fashion world in
So
heaven.
Man,
within
that
60
John
feet.
really
So
knows how to turn the other cheek.
this devil's going to appear over here.
It's
60
Colgate,
feet
not
away.
John.
I'm
It's
here a
that
little
shield.
These dudes
Okay.
are hard to kill. I just counted. I think I've done like 70-something points of damage, and he's not
That's
bloody
about
yet.
right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that one does that on its turn, and this one appears 60 feet away, flying at the same height, about 50 feet in the air. All right, now we
Another
go to
horn devil?
another
Oh my
horn
God.
devil. Now we go to the group, and then we'll go jump back to the other devils. All right,
No
group.
one wants to talk? No?
So, I
Can't
mean,
talk. Middle around.
you want to
talk to Nell. Or,
This
yeah.
seems like a good time to comply with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see how
Sure.
one more round goes.
Why didn't you
Oh.
start with that? You should have told us. We would have came, of course. I've been wanting to meet Belle for years. No, we're not going to do that.
You could.
It-
You could.
it
I'll
might
say
be
anybody could
smart to-
reply right now. It's not a, you know. You can have a reaction, or not a reaction, I should say, not a technical, just a interaction with him right now, a quick interaction if you wanted to, but then it would be, back to initiative.
Yeah, we are extremely outnumbered right now.
You're doing
And
pretty
it's
well.
not getting better.
It's not getting better.
Had we known, we would have gone to see Belle right away.
Do you say that, Weir?
I say that.
Give me a persuasion check. Actually, no, a
Persuasion?
deception check. Deception.
Cool. That is
Do you have a
28.
Just curious, do you have a preference with deception or persuade, or is one better?
One is, but I said that. Yeah,
It's a lie.
deception's better.
Yeah, it's a lie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I said that to be deception. That's a 28.
Okay. The first horn devil here raises up his hand, and almost seemingly instantaneous, the rest of the devils stop. They kind of loosen up and they stand at attention. We could continue though going. That would be your. If you want to say anything or do anything weird, I'd say it's still your initiative, so you can go ahead.
I don't really want to attack if they're putting up their hand. Can I just use my action to stop them? Like stop us, talk to us, and just
Sure.
say,
You can kind of do the same. Yeah.
we will stop and come with you as well. There's no need for senseless killing among powerful creatures down here in Avernus.
The horn devil looks at the other horn devil now, and this one swoops down and kind of walks over to Hex and kind of tries to kind of move you, kind of push you along with his fork. He kind of motions you to go along, and they're going to trot you back to him, to Belle. Actually, you know what to do? They will actually... Let's see. They suggest that you leave your car here. It will not be necessary.
Doggy.
We're slower without it.
Can't
Yeah,
we
I
just
think we-
follow you in the car?
I'm going to say we're slower without it. We'd love to get to Belle quicker. Hate to
Dude,
keep them
never
waiting.
want- Yeah. never
Okay,
want
give
to
me a
keep waiting.
persuasion check.
Nate?
I'd say a persuasion would be appropriate there.
What about intimidation? They're intimidated by Belle.
Well, persuasion's
You-
going to be a 12.
Okay, well, I think that's actually good enough. I rolled pretty low on an insight check for them. So the devil looks at the one that's in command, and he nods that it's acceptable. For safety, though, the other bearded devils will also summon some more bearded devils. So there are now 6 bearded devils, as well as 2 horn devils, and the remaining bearded devils that are here. Sorry, barbed devils. There are 6 barbed devils, 2 horn devils, and the rest of the bearded devils that are there. So they'll march with you. The devils, they'll march with you, and they're going to take you to Belle's Forge. Just for purposes of speed in the game, we'll fast forward to there if that's truly where you want to go, if you're okay with them taking you there.
Can't fight now.
Well, you could still try, and now you're in your car, but if
We
you
can run them all over when they're lined up marching.
One still
Bob,
need-
how long is this going to take? Could we?
I think we're going to
possibly,
pause it here. I think we're going to pause it here.
Yeah, I've got to go soon.
No, I think we're going to pause here. I'm just saying we don't have to role play out the travel. So I'm just going to read a couple things off from when you get to Belle's Forge, and then we'll call it definitively by 1. Okay, so you approach. This again was about maybe like a 2-hour detour, but you're walking now, so it's even slower. We're going to say it's going to take double the time to get there. Sorry, you're not walking. You're going as slow as the devils, so you're going at their pace. So that's why it's going to take longer. We're going to jump to the forge. Let me just read you the description of it. So a gargantuan volcano dominates the horizon. Clouds of fire and ash spew from its mouth, and the air trembles with angry grumblings. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. When you approach, an army of devil guards approaches you. 2 more horn devils, leading 10 more bearded devils, come out to greet the group, and they bring you into the heart of the volcano. Now, when you enter into this volcano, you can feel the heat immediately. You're entering through like a cave entrance on the side. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw because this is extreme heat.
So not magic.
Plus
Non-magical. This is just literally the heat of this of the area. It's sweltering.
If I'm resistant to fire, can I get advantage?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
So actually, I would say that you can get advantage, but if you are wearing heavy armor, you get disadvantage.
Okay.
Does that cancel out if I have fire resistance and
Correct.
heavy armor?
Correct. Yep. So
Right.
I'd say those two cancel each
So
other.
Bob, I guess my
Hold on.
question was pertinent then. I was gonna ask if we could use the time in the vehicle to heal.
Oh yeah. Like cast spells on yourself, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and especially I know Stefano has something
I have
that
a
takes 10 minutes.
good
You
healing
could
spell.
not take a rest because this is not the conditions that you would need for a rest. I know you're in the car and everything, but with all the watchful eyes on you, and
Yeah.
Crushing quick backseat
casting, casting anything that would be seen as aggressive would probably be bad. So if this is more like healing spells or something to,
Yeah.
that would be okay. I think that would be okay. I
We
think.
have more potions of superior potions of healing, I believe.
Yeah, you do.
From
I
what
think
it's
that
taken?
would be fine to use. Yeah. What would you want? Would you want to cast something, Lucius?
I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing. I can affect 6 creatures, so anyone that's below their maximum hit points. I know some people were still down from the wasp encounter.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm at 26 out of 66.
I'm at maximum, so leave me out of it.
Is anyone else at maximum?
By the way, the
Bobby.
poisons from the
Okay,
beards
so
and the glaives.
I'm casting it on everyone except Kolgath and Dobby.
Okay.
I'm only gonna do second level though. So
Okay.
everyone gets 12 plus 4, 16 hit points.
Mhm.
Okay. By the way,
Thank you,
Weir,
Lucius.
your wound from the glaive is closed up with the healing wounds, or the healing hit points, and the poison is off of you as well. It would go off after a round or two of combat.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
How low are people? Who else is like still very low?
I'm still 2/3 of the way full. I
Yeah,
was pretty close to dying in that battle.
So
I
I'm at
can do
42 out of 66, so.
I get you guys. Do you both want just 10 more?
That would be awesome.
Sure.
Okay. I lay my hands on you, touch you. There's 10 more. Is everyone like kind of balanced now?
More or less.
I'm in great shape, just missing my spell slots.
All right.
Okay. So place yourselves on the map here in the middle from the spiral staircase. That's how you're going to enter the...
Black.
It's black.
Black.
Oh, it's completely black?
Yep.
That's weird. It doesn't even have lighting on. Okay, I'll just double check the lighting. Sometimes it like needs to be reset. Okay, what about... didn't do anything, did it?
Oh,
Nope.
I was there
It
for
just showed up the whole thing quick.
half a second, and then it went away.
Okay, let me do it again. Okay, what about now?
There you go.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, hey.
Okay,
These
so
guys
place
are-
yourselves here at the spiral staircase. That's where you're entering in this area. You're brought in by the Horn Devil himself, the one that was kind of that took the lead on capturing you. He brings you down a wrought iron spiral staircase that descends into a cavernous forge. Channels of bubbling lava wind through the complex, casting a fiery light over huge anvils. Chained giants with coal-black skin and fiery orange hair hammer out weapons under the malignant gaze of a pit fiend seated on a flying throne. Throughout the forge, sparks fall like rain. You see the creature that can only be identified as Bel, the former ruler of Avernus. He's sitting here hovering in a golden chair.
Bell is the pit fiend.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And this is what Bel looks like. This is
And
exactly
the
guy-
Constitution saving throws, Bob?
So you need to make Constitution saving throws when you enter into the forge because of the heat. So if you made those saving throws, just let me know what you got. I'll I'll tell you what it is. It's a DC 15, and if you disadvantage for wearing heavy armor, and if you had resistance to it, you'd be fine with. I think it would counteract it. So you'd have advantage on it, and if you were wearing heavy armor, it would offset it.
Do we get +2 from Kolgath?
Yes.
Sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a 15 for me then.
I got a
Okay, so
17.
15 is the number. If you got below that, you're going to get a level of exhaustion.
Ah, bummer.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
let's go.
Canis, I just love that roll, by the way. Terrible.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's so hot in here. I mean, it's. I mean, Avernus has been hot, but this is like. I mean, you're literally in a active volcano. So it's so hot for you to do
It's
stuff.
not so
that would
bad.
be- yeah, it's not so bad
I
for
need
you.
I need my red tunic.
What does that do for you?
It's a Zelda reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Yes. So Bell looks at you and stares at you as you enter into the forge. We're going to leave it here. Talking to Bell will start us off next time. But you're in this big room, this big forge. There's lava everywhere, sparks flying in the air. You've got 4 fire giants that are crafting weapons, and Bell sitting on a throne floating over everybody.
Awesome.
So we'll leave you with that
Nice.
image. So we hammered out the stream schedule. Just so people know, if you're watching this video, we are going to play again very soon in a few days. We're going to try to play in the morning, and we're going to play on Friday the 28th. Then we're going to play on the weekend of September 11th, 12th, and 13th. We're not sure which day yet. And the finale of our campaign to Descent into Avernus is going to be on September 19th, which is exciting. We're going to play, we'll do a big marathon day, 6-7 hours of streaming. And yeah, we'll try to drum up some excitement. We'll get some announcements going on the Battle for Salvation gaming page. I'll post in some groups, and we'll see if we can get some eyeballs on it. It'll be fun.
Get your
Do you have
snacks,
anything to
get
say?
Your finale snacks ready to
Yes.
go.
Bring
Yeah,
lots
Christian
of
will be
snacks.
announcing everyone's names next time and doing the intro.
Yes.
Get ready for that, Christian, because we're going to do it.
I have to think of stuff to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I've got my
You have a
walk-in music
homework
ready,
assignment.
so
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot of pressure. I'm really scared.
I'm gonna queue up a Spotify playlist for you with everyone's walkout song.
Work it out. I have some ideas. We
All right. Yeah. If you have ideas, send them my way.
All right,
I
so
wanna-
we're going to
wanna
sign
make,
off.
like a wrestling intro.
Yeah. We all need
Yeah.
fighter names.
All right.
Macho
I'm
Man.
going to sign us off. I'm going to hit the stop recording button. All right, everybody, say goodbye. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
All right.
Bye.